Hi. So not yesterday, day before yesterday, I started putting the redstone in the middle so we could have it actually work every single time, supposedly. Okay, maybe I was just saying I left off here. I don't know. So this project is very annoying, and the guys were helping me yesterday. My husband and Sid and Squibs. And the only problem is that they don't see the vision or didn't see the vision. So then stuff like this was happening. Because you can't have that, um, where the redstone is making that go. It doesn't work. But you can go like this. Wait, let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, yeah. Now what we're going to do is go and move that here. I've been taking it out individually like this because it works better. Oh, shoot. Oh, well. I can count to 9. Obviously. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Getting confused already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. And then again. It's okay. The guys helped, enough that I can get it done. And then if I have another problem, hopefully Sid will be available to fix it. Because I am pretty dang sure that the mountain called Banshee Hill is messed up somehow. But we may be able to, I don't know how, but we may be able to go and, have the road in the middle. Oh, but that's the problem. We need to have um, we need to have the, oh, of course. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We need to have the fireworks go off in the middle because otherwise it's gonna mess up with the trees. it's going to run into the trees. So that should work. We're going to definitely do as they call it, a dry run before we, make the official video. But I think it's looking good so far. Oh, no, it's not. But there's a reason for that. Okay. Thing is, though, that I've noticed that when you use dispensers, if it doesn't have one in every single, because it's a square of 3 by 3, if you don't have one in one of the squares, it will not go off. You're probably saying if it ain't broke, don't fix it, but this is where it's supposed to be. Oh, and I am very happy to announce that I am 3/4 of a page away from being done with the next chapter of my book, which is chapter 40. And then we've got chapter 41. But I think it's chapter 41 that needs a little bit of help. Because like it just goes on and on and on and on, and it's something about the Halloween dance. And I was like, well, there's the there's the pre going off to the fireworks pictures, and then there's there's the pre fireworks pictures, and then there's not pre fireworks, sorry. Pre Halloween dance pictures, and well, at least you can tell I'm dedicated to the project. Let's see here. Yeah, so there's the pre Halloween dance pictures, and there's there may be talking on the way there, and then and then the Halloween dance itself, which you know how on movies and TV shows they always have the, or not always, but they sometimes have that scene where the punch gets something added to it. We're having that scene, and I want to say it's Violet was some boy was trying to ask her to dance or ask her to go into the bathroom with them or something like that. Um, and she ended up erupting on his shoes. And then, and then, there's the going home part. So, yeah. There's like 3 or 4 different chapters in there. Is what I'm saying. And, there's a bunch of different chapters in there. And it's like, well, oh, we're done with that. Okay, so Sid claims to be a redstone expert, and he was doing really good yesterday. But like I said, the guys don't quite understand my setup here, so they were, running, or so I'd already run things this way, and they didn't realize I'm trying to get everything away from the redstone here because it seems to be causing problems. I may be wrong. That may not be the problem at all whatsoever. Because there was a section, and I don't know why. I was just about crying yesterday. Oh my goodness. I wasn't so upset that I was crying, but I was pretty, I was getting pretty close. So I really needed that GTA time that we had. So, it was like this, with the 2 dispensers, the 2 repeaters, all this. But for some reason, it was lit up. There's no reason for it. So it was stuff like that that I was trying to get him to work on, but he was like going, piece by piece and going, this one doesn't work and this one does, and and we went through the whole thing, and or we didn't go through the whole thing. We went through the whole thing, I think to this street. All the ones with sea lanterns on them, to the street, were the ones that we had to make sure that they were good. Well, I'm going to be able to do that on the other streets, and hopefully it'll stop lighting up. Except for on Banshee Hill, where we got a problem that we're either going to have to take out a row of trees, which would suck. It would be a doable thing, but it would definitely suck. It would be bad. We're either going to have to take out, the entire row of trees on the one side and the entire row of trees on the other side, or something, because I don't know what else to do. Oh, that's what we're trying to do. Why does this look like something I already did and then screwed up? Okay. I'm good. I don't know. Confusing myself. It's okay. But anyway, we're doing this, and it will be okay. What, love? I know, Mommy needs to fix your food and your water. I didn't take the time this morning. I've got 3/4 of a page left. I was trying to get it done, and I realized when I got back from the bathroom that it was 3 minutes to stream time. I was like, oh man. So we're doing this. This seems to be stopping the um the stuff from lighting up where I don't want it to. Um, but there's been so many times. I've tried to stream this like 4 times now, I think, and something has been lit up somewhere along the line. If I can guarantee that this is the last time, then I can go and do the mini grand finale at the lake the way I want to, and not the way that I've been doing it, because I was worried that it wasn't gonna do it right. Oh, I was trying to figure out how to do, uh, it is this and this and oh, that's what it is. Yeah. I was trying to show off yesterday, it didn't work, and I was wondering why. Yeah. So anyway, this and then this. Yeah, now I remember all of a sudden. And then you have a lever here. Oh, and this. Anyway, you have a lever here, and you have to have this one on, and they will go off forever. Now, I could do it that way, but I want it to look like a real 4th of July display, not, something where it's going off all the time. Okay. No, I think I definitely need a sea lantern over here, which is why I have the sea lanterns out. Come on. So I was doing part of this yesterday while I was watching, like Blue Bloods and NCIS Los Angeles, and I've got them all on DVD. So I was able to watch all of that and do this at the same time. It was really cool. Okay, so I've got a small problem. I've got to go upstairs. So I'm going to go do that. I will be back. cooked your food yet? Because I'm not done. Hold on, I will. Okay, I'm back. Oh. So it looks like we might be moving. Well, we're probably going to be moving. It depends on what they say tomorrow. But, I'm pretty sure I'll still be able to stream. I just, I think I'll still be able to stream, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to have the same schedule, you know? Really sucks because this is our first house. We're trying to buy it, and the HOA is getting in the way because, the fee is so high, and then they raise the rate, I guess. The way he's talking is like they raise the rate, and they're not even doing anything. They do the garden. I mean, they have a gardener come out, but that's it. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I mean, this is what I wanted. This is, but that isn't. It'll make sense in a minute. If it takes that long. So I'm super happy because the chapter that I'm working on right now, like I said, I've only got 3/4 pages to go. Um, 3/4 of a page, I mean, to go, and I'll be done with it. And then I'll be able to go and figure out the rest of the book. The thing is, though, that, you don't want, you don't necessarily want, like, the book's, I think, 440 pages now. I rounded it up because it's like 437 or something like that. But, I rounded it up. So, so we'll call it 440. That leaves room for, that leaves room for, in case I was wrong or in case, something happens and, like, in putting in, um, you know, breaking down a chapter and putting it as a different number of chapters. Hold on, I'll be back. So you might be thinking something like, it's the ghost light, or the ghost minecart or something like that. But what it is that yesterday the guys are helping me, like I said, and um they like they would get in the minecart and take it down the road, but then they would go and get out when they found a problem. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Um so that cart would be going down the pathway by itself, and then the next one and the next one. Yeah. So I wouldn't be surprised if there is a ton of minecarts still here somewhere. But yeah, I had to go and tell my husband about that. I'm like, that's not good. That was scary. No, I didn't say it was scary. I kind of expected it after yesterday. After I saw it, I kind of expected it. Or I realized I should have expected it, so it's not too bad. But it was kind of scary because I'm like, where'd that come from? I actually had a design at one point where the minecart was going around so much. It was a big old thing where there was like 20 minecarts on the track, and I had them going around in a certain pattern, because I don't remember what it was. But I had it going around in a certain pattern, and then all of a sudden, what are you doing? Cat's being weird. Bobby. Well, if we have to move, I'm definitely gonna have, um, I'm definitely gonna have one of those handheld, um, steam cleaners. You know how you steam clean your carpet? Well, this one's handheld and it's like for upholstery. So, like, if you have a cat that erupts all the time, they're probably gonna do that on the couch or something eventually. I definitely want one of those. Of course, I also want a vacuum. And he's like, "You're not gonna do it." It's like, I will totally do it. But I want a shop vac because I know that they tend to eat your ankles. But I want a shop vac because fur. Regular fur gets stuck in your. I mean, fur gets stuck in your regular vacuum cleaner, and then you have to go and ask your husband to go and disassemble it if you don't know how, you know, and disassemble it, pull it all out. You end up having to yank it because it's all stuck in there, and then you know maybe it'll work afterwards, maybe it doesn't. And like a shop vac, if you needed it to, could probably get the ash out of the fireplace too without having any problems. But we actually killed a vacuum cleaner that way, a regular one. We couldn't afford a vacuum cleaner, so we kept getting hand-me-downs from people, and the one worked really good. That was when we lived in Tahoe. What the heck? All of this was here and it was set up and everything, and then all of a sudden the guys get in there and I don't know what happened. Things started disappearing. But, knowing this build the way it is. This is why I usually do that the other way. That kind of hurt. So today I have to get off at 11 if I can because of the fact that we've got to go and do a little bit of shopping. Oh, I was gonna go and put these in the same exact spots that they were, and yeah, so I don't know whose friend it was. I guess it's Squibs' friend. And he's like, I don't I don't play creative. And I think he was trying to get a rise out of me, but I'm like, so? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So anyway, he has such big beliefs that you have to play survival or else, that he left the party. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. For those of you who don't know, that's where you have everybody on headset and they're talking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, and there was one where Sidran was saying that that's what I usually call Sid, just because it's easier to say Sid than it is to um, to say Sidran. But anyway, he said that maybe because it was going uphill, it was having problems. So I was like, okay, we'll just drop it down to the ground floor. And it worked afterwards, so I think that worked too. This is very annoying, and I still only have until July 3rd to finish it. Because it's got to be a show on July 4th. If I didn't know any better, I'd say the guys were going around and pulling the things out because they were there before. I would have known if they weren't. I don't know. But anyway. Oh, fun. Okay. Anyway, I was watching all kinds of neat shows yesterday. Oh, Buffy the Vampire Slayer was one of the shows I watched. I don't know. I know that it's not okay for me to watch that before I go to bed, but I did it anyway. Because my husband says it gives me, where I'm talking in my sleep. But I'm not saying good things. So I don't necessarily get good sleep. But this time I was okay. So we have to go to Walmart today. We have to get milk. The only problem with getting a gallon of milk, the only problem with getting a gallon of milk is that it's too heavy for me to pour. But I'm thinking we need a gallon of milk because on days when I want to have cereal and I've got Frosted Flakes. Wait, do I got real Frosted Flakes or do I got fake Frosted Flakes? I'm just wondering. Oh no, I got real Tony the Tiger Frosted Flakes and I got Golden Grams. I was so happy when I saw that Walmart had that back again. It's one of my favorite cereals. What am I doing? Oh, that's what I'm doing. Okay. Now we gotta move that over. Anyway, I decided day before yesterday, or maybe it was the day before that, but I decided that, if we get the redstone away from the walls, I mean, away from the redstone here, the redstone dust away from the redstone here, that maybe it would quit setting it off, you know? So I was like, okay, let's do that. And we're going to try it. And if it works, then yay! And we'll finish the video. And, we'll actually make the video and it'll be great. But if something happens to where if something happens to where it happens again, I'm just going to have to suck it up and say that's a dud. There was more to that sentence, but I decided we'll keep it nice for Minecraft. Yeah, that's why I didn't want to sit here and work on my story and do this at the same time because the next thing Brandon's gonna say is not, it's okay. It's not something that it's like I wouldn't want kids hearing it. It's okay for the 16 and up crowd, but it's nothing too bad, but it's just, some parents would probably get, oh, okay. Anyway, some parents would probably get like, oh, what is she playing in the background for a video? So, wait, no. That's too far. But I didn't see the detector rail. Because there isn't one. I swear the guys went and just took it out. I have no idea. I'm going to ask him. Because all of this was here until the guys came on here. Just saying. Oh, something I forgot to say in the last few videos is that mm, between the 26th and the 29th. Where's my phone? Oh, that is my phone. Okay. Nope, not that one. Yeah. Um, there's going to be a power outage in our neighborhood from the 26th to the 29th. I don't know if it's going to be the whole time because it only says from 7 to 4. But they don't know, but my husband doesn't know which day for our building. Because there's like 4 buildings of condos, and he doesn't know what day our building is going to have the power outage. Because they're changing fuse boxes. And I'm hoping that means that, I'm hoping that that is not something where they have to come to the house, but I bet you it is. If it is, I'm having them take the day off. Unless it's Saturday, and then, Saturday or Sunday. I didn't bother to check what days it was. It's probably a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But anyway, I won't be able to be there then. And unless I can figure out how to uh, re-up my subscription, because they made it all complicated and stuff. I can't remember how I did it last time. Maybe I went onto the Microsoft website and set it up. I don't know. But we used to do it on the Xbox, and it was a lot easier. What we should have done is, like recorded what we did last month, and repeated it. But we didn't, so. Why is it 3 again? Oh, maybe. It's not 3, it's 2. You know what? I'll just change the colors. There we go. That'd be easier. It'll work. Okay, so is it all good now? Yes. Okay. Kind of felt bad yesterday though, because yesterday ended up being a all for me day. Because we finally got both of the last pieces of the Doomsday Heist done. The thing is though that um, since since GTA comes out on Thursdays, I decided to have it be to where you get one exciting thing, the Doomsday Heist, and one same old, trying to find the animals. which I didn't find all the animals yesterday because I forgot where the boar was. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think that boar is over by the coyotes in the other in the area by the train in Sandy Shores, but I couldn't remember. And usually, or maybe not usually, but sometimes the pig counts. See, that's what I was trying to set up, but oh yeah, okay. See, but it's not doing it right, right? Well, watch this. If I go and do this and got to get back to work. Anyway, if I do that, then it works fine. I was trying to show off yesterday, but I couldn't remember how to do it. And then today I was like, no, that's how you do it. So, so yeah, I think I will have my husband sit around on his phone because I think he's got text message for him and show him the video that I'm gonna make. Yeah, just a little 1 minute video. So you can see that, by looking at that, you can see exactly how I did my grand finale. Not that. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. So anyway, the part that I was just working on, um, William ordered his sons into Sean's room 10 minutes before curfew, and um, 10 minutes before curfew, and they're supposed to all have the talk. Well, probably another the talk, but anyway, they're supposed to um, you know, talk uh they're supposed to have one of those, dad to son talks, about, you know, um um about making love to girls and, um and and sometimes William goes a little overboard, but he means well. Because William used to work for a specific organization, and he knows all about the subject. Well, besides the fact that when he was younger, he had lots of girlfriends. But anyway, Jesse's like, you know what, Dad? They were talking about Sean and Jesse's younger brother Brandon, and Jesse's like, you know what, Dad? Brandon probably ought to be here. We pretty much know better. And Sean was like, and how to hide away, pretty much how to hide away from prying eyes. Um, that if Sean wants to kiss Ashley and Jesse wants to kiss Chantel, they know how to hide it from Hayden. So, anyway, but Brandon comes in handcuffs. And William's like, he's basically like, what's up with that? And Brandon goes, I don't know. But he's 5 years younger than Sean and Jesse, and they are 16. Yeah, that is definitely going to have to go. Because it is too lit up. Um, yeah, the thing is that um, it's supposed to be to where the, it's supposed to be all dark, like it's 9 o'clock at night, and if it's lit, if it's lit up somewhere, then that's not good. And I don't know if you've seen my other videos about this, but I went and made sure that no lights are on. Except for in the mansion. I'm not sure if I did that in the mansion yet. And that whole mountain is really close to. I don't think I'm going to get the trees in this year. Anyway, the mountain is like, uh, really close to the moon. So that's kind of messing up things. My husband was trying to be helpful yesterday. I was like, it is too dark up here. I mean, out here. And he's like, why don't you turn the light on? Here in the Minecraft world, it's too dark. And he's like, why don't you turn today? And it's like, I can't do that. And Sidran wanted to turn the lights on yesterday, and I'm like, no. Oh, are you kidding me? Ugh. Okay, so next year might be this, but better. This with all the houses and with like we can go and put in all white houses, and then if I want to, I can go and change them to what they're supposed, what color they're supposed to be later. But he- oh, I was gonna say hello. Oh, okay. So this side is not, but this side, wait, this side is not, but this side is. Why did we put it on this side? Oh, I am so confused. It's okay. Less work for me. That's all I care about. But yeah, so we're gonna finish this up at some point eventually, and then we should be able to go through without it lighting up by itself, and it'll be great. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Yes, I kept with the tradition. Okay, awesome. Okay, well, we figured out part of the problem here. That is Sid being Sid. Okay, so there we go. So yeah, we had a pretty good time trying to get that done, the Doomsday Heist thing. And then all of a sudden, 'cause, my husband went back to doing what he was doing, which was farm sim. And, I don't remember what we were talking about, but I didn't answer right away because I was trying to concentrate on what I was doing because I was trying to get down off the mountain without getting killed or something like that. And then I was going to answer him. And he goes, "Oh no, you ignored me," and said something rude. And then it's like, no, that is not what happened. I was trying to concentrate on what I was doing. Then why is there one not there? I mean, not one there. Okay, what color is this? Orange. What color is this? Lime. Cyan. blue, magenta, pink, brown. Huh. Oh. Yeah, okay. See, and then there's one in the road there. Oh, no. Just stop doing that, you stupid thing. What the heck? Apparently you press down on the, oh, wait, that's empty too? What? Oh, okay. So this one. Why did they put that down the middle like that? I know I didn't. Oh my goodness. And somebody went and took out all of my detector rails. Oh, okay. Oh, because I didn't want this here. No. I don't like doing that, but it'll have to do. Oh, no, that's... Here, how about we put that there? That makes more sense. I had them in there in a certain, in a certain color combination, and then all of a sudden... okay, wait, we got magenta, orange, lime, cyan, pink, brown, blue, Yellow. Oh, I got it set up. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're good. Okay, now we gotta figure this out. Okay, because this used to go up and over this. Now it doesn't. Oh, and this is where I left off yesterday. Awesome. You know, a stack like this would have done. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, that's what's wrong with that. Yes. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. You know, I had not gotten past Cherry Street when I was having the problem that I was earlier. Why is that lit up? Maybe the boys got further than I thought? I don't know. Okay. Okay, that should be fine. And this is what we were just working on. And then it goes that way. Now, like I said, we're still figuring this out. Oh, good. We're on the street with the church. So that should mean that it is that should mean that the street with the movie theater is coming up soon, and hopefully I won't have to do too much. I mean, I'll have to, I'll have to make it to where the redstone's won over and stuff like that, but hopefully I won't have to do like a major remodel. There we go. I wasn't gonna go and put it, in case you haven't been watching since day one. I wasn't gonna do it the way that I'm doing it right now. Um, I was gonna run it down one side of the street and then run it on the other side of the street. That way you get a ton of fireworks. But I remember that they said something about not doing. I think they skipped over the fireworks in 2020, I think it was, because of COVID. And that was another reason why I did this. If we have another natural disaster like that, where not everybody can be together, that would be bad. And I'm hoping they learn from that. Like um, they've got an idea in place of what to do next time. Hopefully there's that ideas person that, um, like when I'm done with my fireworks for the year, and I'm already thinking about what to do for next year. Well, I hope to have an ideas person to figure out what to do next disaster like that. I mean, I know that kind of hit us by storm. It's like nobody predicted that, or at least I don't think they did. And, look at what happened. That was crazy. And, I'm just hoping that they've got measures in place, ideas, because, like, they could have, I don't know how they would have done it, but they could have, like, seized the football fields and said the heck with it. I know that's not very popular in football circles, but people like football, people play football. It's probably not a popular idea, but they could have done that. They could have, if there's separate baseball fields, they could have put people there too. Yeah, it was outside and it wasn't ideal conditions at the time, I'm sure. I don't really remember. You know, um, there's an episode of Buffy that, kind of explains it. People, well, that's one way of putting it. He was saying that people have a way of rationalizing what they can and, um, you know, making themselves forget what they can't. And, but that's not the thing I was thinking of actually. Okay. I can't remember the other thing that I was thinking of because I thought of the Buffy one. It's okay. I'll figure it out. Um, okay, watch this. But it doesn't go off again. It used to. I think everybody forgot, but it used to. It used to just go off automatic, so then you could go and set your fireworks display up and it would keep going until there's no fireworks there anymore. But it doesn't do that now. It just goes one. Dang it. Feel like we're doing a 100-yard hurdle dash or whatever it is actually called. Yeah, the hurdles from the Olympics or from uh PE class. Well, that's what we call it here. It's physical education. I try to be, as clear as possible, just in case you're watching me from a different country and you may not know. Like if you go to Britain and ask to look in the trunk of somebody's car, they're going to go, "What are you talking about?" Because they call it the boot. I don't know why they call it the boot, because the boot is the thing that goes on your foot. Apparently, British English doesn't work very well either, but at least we have a way of talking to each other. Or like, who thought of the number two being two, and technically it'd be two, but who thought of that being two, and then go to the store, to is two, and then I want to go to is too. Who thought of that? Of course, whoever programmed my program that I'm using to audio my story to make sure it sounds right and everything, um, didn't think that everybody needed to pronounce Chantel the same way. Although I spell it different um, than most other people, because most other people spell it the way the French do. At least I think that's where we got that from. Um, the way the French do, which is Chantel. But I was like, okay, Sean, the name Sean, SHWN, that is SHAWN. So that would be, so I was thinking SHANTEL. And yeah, I didn't think it was going to cause problems, but it is, because Sean and Jesse cannot say Chantel's name, and it's really bad when Jesse can't say his girlfriend's name. So I have to go and um what do I have to? Oh, I have to add the W and an L. So instead of, because otherwise it says Chantel. Is that? Ugh, we'll figure it out. We will figure it out eventually. Hopefully in time for 4th of July. Problem is, I'm trying to get the book done and I'm trying to get 4th of July done. Those are my two big projects right now. And then, Dreamlight Valley is gonna have a Dream Snap on Wednesday. And then, of course, my streaming schedule, but, that's gonna stick around anyway. But, wow, it feels like I've got a lot of stuff to do. Okay, yeah, there's that, and it goes over there. Okay, so that should go off no problem. And then that. Oh, man. I can't do it. Because watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, okay. So this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that works. As long as these don't, like connect somehow. Here, let's just bring that over right there. Just to make sure. It's kind of stupid, but we're doing it. Oh, that could be that maybe I was just putting in the things and I forgot to put in the detector rails, but still seems weird that they were there and then all of a sudden they weren't. But I was fixing this at the time. So maybe it wasn't them. I don't know. I just know it's driving me crazy. There. Okay, now look, the church. I love the church. It's way too big though. We're gonna have to follow the instructions next time and just not put in the cross beams. Because it was pretty good size already, but oh, okay, yeah, it was a pretty good size already. It's just I thought it was too small, and it is, but it'll have to do. Okay, so oh, I think that's that. Um, I think that's that sea lantern that was telling me, hey, there's a problem over here. Darn it! The heck? What was I doing? Hmm. Okay, and what color was it? Lime. There. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That seems a little weird, but okay. Um, Oh, yeah. So, good. Okay, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Because there was going to be too much, I would have to go and fix them all. And it wasn't going to work. Okay, so get back over here. Oh, wait, we have to have it up the middle here. Oh, but we didn't have the... Okay, I get it. I'll figure it out. Okay. I get it. I just, like, I know what to do. I just gotta do it. Wait, there's only two? Oh, okay. And then we can put the sidewalk back. No, 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 no. I mean, we can still put the sidewalk back, but there. Doesn't that look a lot nicer? Okay, now right here. No. Oh, we need a. Okay, put that in. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Well, since that's already set up and it's not messing with anything, we'll do it that way. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna put this here real quick. Yes, we have 1, 2. This is actually 1 street shorter than, or 1 section shorter, something like that, of what the new, what the one on painting houses, um, I mean, the one that is painting houses looks like. It's just a little bit shorter. Because what I did was I made the whole entire street on the one side be, uh, or on this one, I made the whole entire street mangrove, and then right across from that is, the movie theater and the bank and the hotel and all that stuff. And I'm like, that doesn't work. That just doesn't work. You gonna get your thing? So, yeah. Um, oh, it doesn't work because I wanted oak trees on that whole entire street. Because I don't know, the oak trees are the ones that I like. But I was like, okay, there's all these other trees. I ought to use them too. And so I did. It's nice up there. I would think that it'd be hotter up there. Okay. Oh, okay. Did you close them so I can open the doors? Oh, okay, that doesn't count then. Because you shut the door, right? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to open the doors in a minute here. It's getting really hot in here. We're trying not to use the air conditioner, try to save some money until summer. Um, and you're probably thinking, this is a big project. What the heck? But it'll work. It'll definitely work. Except for maybe Banshee Hill, where I don't know how to fix it. There, without taking out some of the trees, which is taking out some of the ambiance of it being a hill. Unless I do that, I really don't know how I'm going to fix that. That it lights up just at random. Some of the dispen that repeaters. I mean, I'm going to try, but I don't think I'm going to succeed. There! Only problem is now I gotta go and put in the track. So I don't know if you guys went around and tried to mess with me or if it was because I was fixing it and forgot to put in the detector rail. But there was a whole bunch of them at the end of that street that didn't have one. And around the corner, too. Because it was all there until. Anyway, if I can get this done, then I can work on my book and do this at the same time. So that would be great. Anyway, as soon as I'm done with this, this part of this, then we can start working on that, putting it together. Oh, that's why the world smells like bacon. Okay. Tell me if I get to the end, please. Unless I don't get there until I get back. Then you're off the hook. Beauty of wireless controllers. Dang! Wow. It took forever to do that. And still got there before. That does not help when you put the repeater instead of the detector rail. Oh, you know that thing that I was trying to show off and show... I was trying to show off and show Sid how to do it even better. Um, yeah, I finally remembered how to do it, obviously way after the fact. Where'd it go? I was basically setting it up right. I just was putting the thing in the wrong spot. Look. And again. But yeah, it's gonna be a quiet instead of a boom, 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 because first of all, you're going by and you're going too fast to hear it probably, if it was on, but two, the minecart cannot be turned off. The sound for it. So you either get the boom and, or you get, I mean, either you get the boom and the sound of the minecart, which I think ruins the immersion, or you just see the fireworks go off. Now, if one of these days we got, like a whole sound studio and everything, and we can make it sound like those fireworks are actually going off, then more power to us, but right now we just don't have the technology. Okay. So yeah, we're probably going to be moving soon. Unless a miracle happens. Like tomorrow my husband's supposed to be talking to some people, and they're going to see what we can do. And, or what they can do, whatever. And, and, uh, and if it ends up that we can get, um, enough money to move out and get another place to live, then that would be great. Be even better if we could like get an I don't want a place to stay. I want a place that is ours forever. And if I could get book sales, that would help. And it would make less videos where I'm complaining about something, I'm sure. Um, Most people find a new thing to complain about, but in this case, I think it would make less videos to complain about. I mean, less videos where I'm complaining about something. Of course, unless I'm thinking about that W store. But we're not going there. Okay, so we're on Birch Street. You can tell that we're on Birch Street because of the birch trees. I did that way on purpose. But even though it has a different pattern, I went and made Cherry Street the third street because when I was when I was writing the storyline, that's what I did. Um, I think I had Brandon say something about 3 streets away from the one that the mansion's on, or not 3 streets away from the one that the mansion's on, but 3 streets away from the big field between the two. And it's Ireland, so I figured it would be a big green field, I liked the idea. I still do. Um, this would go a little faster if there wasn't so many dark spots. But like I was telling my husband yesterday, when you're testing it, it's got to be dark. And I've got it at the darkness that I would like it to be at, so I don't want to mess that up. Although sometimes I have the darkness the way I want it to be, and then sometimes it decides that it wants to be its own thing, and Isn't it a little early for that animal? Thought it was nocturnal. Okay, so we have an animal, and it makes a strange noise, kind of like a baby crying. We think it's a mockingbird. We have no idea what a mockingbird sounds like, but we think it's a mockingbird. Um, I don't know if they even have mockingbirds in Nevada. And, like I tried to ask the internet, and it's like, well, there could be this and there could be that, but, um, I don't think we actually found the answer to the question. Um, but I know for a fact that the American bald eagle lives here in Nevada because one almost hit our truck one time. Not the truck that we have now. We've had a white truck and we've had a navy blue one, and then now we've got a different color one. Oh, graphite black, but sometimes it looks reddish. It's really weird. Yeah, sometimes it looks a little. No, just a little reddish. Well, there used to be. Because I thought it was really a weird color. I remember there being reddish on it. Anyway, okay, so now we're past the. No, I wasn't. You're the one that sees things that aren't there, like pink looking like purple or purple looking like pink. I really, speaking of that, I really don't think that they should call it colorblind if you can see colors, but you're just seeing them as different colors or everybody else. That should be like, I don't know, um, uh, color confusion or something. Because, Fwip, who also streams Minecraft, um, he's not colorblind because like I would say colorblind is like you see everything as black and white. And there are actually some people who do actually see that way, which is odd. So they have to go and, if they want to drive, they have to go and teach themselves, okay, don't go when the things, when circles lit up at the top, but when it's lit up at the bottom, you're okay. I don't know what they do when it's yellow, but um, they teach themselves that and then they can drive. But like Fwip specifically, he was saying that his friend was seeing it. I think it was pink and purple. Um, he was saying that his friend was seeing it as um purple and he was seeing it as pink or something like that. And that's when he realized he was colorblind, and it's like, wow, how do you not know that you're colorblind until your friend says something? That's just weird. Neat weird, but weird. Okay, so we gotta put that there, and we gotta put that there. So then, well, we're gonna do this the other way. I think order of. Wait. Oh. Yeah, I was gonna say, I think order of colors matters. Please don't ask me how I did that. I have no idea. But it worked, so happy, happy, joy, joy. Now, anybody who remembers Ren and Stimpy might be like, hey, that's Ren and Stimpy. That was on Nickelodeon way back when. I don't know if it's on TV nowadays. I have no idea. But they were weird.
They were meant to be weird.
Like Cat Dog weird. I think Cat Dog. Yeah, I think Cat Dog is on or was on Nickelodeon at one point too. But it's like shows that I would I um like Ren and Stimpy. I was interested in it for a little bit, and then it was like I just lost my interest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Okay, that should be fine. Um, or just stop watching it. One of those two. But Cat Dog, I was like, I was like older by the time that came on. I think I was a mom. So I'm like, how's he go to the bathroom? You know? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It became
Weirdo that thinks of such a thing.
it became less of wait,
It's just a cartoon.
it came it came to like less of this is just a cartoon and more of human needs here. Because cartoons usually have, those kind of needs too. There we go. Think about it. You actually never see Bugs Bunny having a bathroom.
Why would you?
I mean, I don't even think Bugs Bunny had a kitchen.
He had a refrigerator for carrots.
Yeah, he had a refrigerator, but I don't think he had a kitchen.
And one of the Halloween cartoons, the witch had a kitchen. She had to put her pot somewhere. Put bugs in.
No, she had a cauldron that she put him in. He's talking about the Halloween episode of Bugs Bunny. It was a special way back when. But we have it on DVD now. And we try to watch it every year. You, we are trying to not be those parents that like just stop watching everything because the kids are all grown up and who cares about holidays and stuff, because we care about holidays still. Well, we'd care more if we could see our kids on them. They're not kids anymore. They're grown, they're adults and they got their lives, and I'm just gonna have to live with that. But it's like like I don't know. I think secretly in my brain, that I'm hoping that they'll come to the door and they'll still be 5 years old or whatever. I think a lot of moms are like that though. Oh, okay. There. Or like you wish there were babies again, but you so don't miss the diapers. So I don't know what movie they were talking about, but I was watching when those I think it's Graham Norton. I was watching one of those clips on YouTube yesterday, and it turns out that Emily Blunt and Tom Cruise are in a movie together, and throughout part of it, she was pregnant. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So at one point, um, Tom finally realizes she's not doing the action sequences like she normally would, I guess. And he's like, "Hey, why aren't you doing this?" And she's she said something about making a little person. I don't know why you went and just say, "I'm pregnant." you know, you're both grown-ups there. But that's how she said it, and I just thought that was a little weird. Okay. Now, wait, so we're only going to be able to put 4 if we do it that way. So not going to work. Well, I guess we'll do a little ultimate sacrifice over here. And there we go. So in some of my sections, the color matters. The order of the color matters. And I think that's what it's like over here. I don't know. Okay. I thought I don't know. Thought I brought this up here and fixed it already, and no, apparently not. I don't know. I can't really see her in a Tom Cruise movie, but maybe she's good. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look that up. If I'm still curious later, I'll have to look it up and see what the heck movie it was. And then we'll be able to see if we can find it somewhere and watch it. Yeah, so my plan. Notice what I said. My plan is to get off of here as soon as 11 o'clock hits and work on my story. But I gotta do the posting of videos first. Yeah, I gotta post the videos and then um Actually, I might finish and then post the videos. It's not going to take very long. It'll just be like an hour delay. I usually try to get them out by noon, and 2 at the latest. Every once in a while it doesn't work because the internet's not working at that time. And then there's another 5. Annoying. I probably should have left myself a note. But that's okay. Well, if this is the reason, this setup where the redstone dust is right next to the redstone versus having a gap, if this is a reason, then it should go off no problem when we're ready to go. Of course, if we have to move, like say tomorrow or something like that, or start moving tomorrow, that would be really bad. That's still not going to work. There we go. Um, and then like the whole thing's going to be delayed. Hopefully it'll be on time still, but we don't even know what the person said yet because he hasn't had that call and yeah. Okay. If they would just take their dog Lucy out on a leash, it would help. Or if they could get rich enough to um get themselves a house with a backyard and then Lucy can go out anytime she needs to. I mean, she'd still be barking at the neighbors and stuff, but at least they won't have to be worrying about her um, getting run over by a car or something. What do you mean as much? Okay, so he said as much. Well, technically, yeah, that dog goes everywhere. 'Cause I don't count this as a backyard with, it's community grass. So I don't count it as a backyard that is fenced in and, you know, if you have a dog, it's definitely not gonna get in fights with other dogs or not get out into the street. You said it was hot in here. Um, he put on his blanket. Because before his sweatshirt was too hot because it was warm in here. Too warm. But now I got both doors open and it's getting cold. It is definitely getting cold. Okay, so I was like, what am I doing for a second there? Okay. Oh, there we go. Because we don't need this. We don't need that. There we go. The thing is, I'm a, Tom Selleck's an actor. Tom Selleck is an actor. And, I like watching things that he's in. And Blue Bloods has Tom Selleck in it as Frank Reagan. And did I just mess it up? Yes, I did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, perfect. Um, but the first season, I think, is the one that I'm watching right now. And the problem with it is that they've got the mayor and um has nothing to do with it, but he's this white guy. But anyway, um, they got the mayor, and he's a jerk. He keeps saying that you are working for me, and and Frank keeps saying nope. He keeps saying it like, I'm here to help you. I'm not working for you. But the guy keeps, saying, uh, keeps saying that he works for him. So, okay, we'll do that for now. Just run it up the line there. Yeah, so there's this song. I think it's called "Send It On Down the Line," and or "Thank You for Your Time," something like that. Anyway, he's saying all the people who work behind the scenes to do stuff for America, um, like steel mill workers, and that's the only one I can remember right now. I'm sorry, so sorry, but anyway, um, they've got all those people on there, but never once does he mention the book writer who.
He mentions retail clerk.
Oh, he does mention the retail. Yeah, okay, so he does mention the retail, but he does not mention the person who's writing a book and hoping that they entertain. You know, or well, okay, so that was before streamers were very very popular, so I can understand that one, but stuff that I do, or the I don't think the nuclear physicist was in there either.
No, I don't think he mentions scientists at all. That's one of those kind of glorified jobs.
Although they kind of take materials that the 40-hour uh the people who work 40 hours a week just to send whatever they worked on,
Trying to get their money.
on down the line, as they put it. What?
You're referring to the paycheck being sent on down the line. No,
No, they're
those people
not.
that don't make a lot of profit. The average Joe workers.
No, I was thinking that they're talking about the person, they make the tires and then that goes to Detroit and goes into a car.
That's not what he's referring
Well, whatever. However you understand the song. It's a good one. For some reason it just popped. Well, I mean, we listened to it in the truck the other day. I gotta stop doing that. We listened to it in the truck the other day, so that's probably why. But oh no, we need that. 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 Yeah. Okay, I'm done. It's not even the words of the song. The words of the song are in Italian. And a lot of those words are Figaro. I, I, I don't know any of the other words. I might be able to sing them while they're being sung on the movie Oscar, because that's the only thing that I know that it's on right now that we have in the house. So it sounds like there's going to be a Fast and the Furious ride. Well, I know that for a fact because I saw it. I saw it on a Park Pass video. Um, but there is going to be a ride at Universal Studios where it's the Fast and the Furious ride. I don't remember what they called it. Come on. No? Okay. Anyway, it's Fast and the Furious ride, um and while he was talking about that, he was saying that I think he said that Fast and the Furious Forever was coming out next year. And I was like, "Oh man, I wanted it to come out this year." But um they may have needed to consult with um the Fast and Furious crew on how to do it because it's really cool. They instead of having like a roller coaster train like you usually do, it's roller coaster cars and they rotate as you're going down and they drift and everything. It was really neat. Um but I couldn't tell where the seatbelt was. And that was, you know, and until he said that, Chris from Park Pass, um, until he said that, I wasn't worried. Now I'm like, what's going on here? Because roller coasters are supposed to have a bar that flips down, or okay, they're supposed to have a bar that flips down, or they're supposed to have a seatbelt. And I think this one goes upside down, so it should really have a seatbelt if it doesn't. But I don't know. Doesn't matter. I'm probably not going to be able to afford to go there anyway. I gotta quit doing that. Okay. You know, I was just remembering Buffy the Vampire Slayer has a CD out. It's the soundtrack for the TV show. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, perfect. Anyways, the soundtrack for the TV show, and I really like this one song for um it's like the first episode of season 2, and um this Asian band is singing it, Chio Amano or something like that. If I said that wrong, I'm so sorry. Anyway, um Buffy's having emotional issues over having died, and the fact that the fact that the master tried to unalive her and everything, and she actually, well, she didn't quite all the way. They had to bring her back with CPR. So, so that's more like, if you've ever seen the movie The Princess Bride, that's where you're mostly dead, you know. And then, if you're all dead, there's just, you go through the guy's pockets and look for loose change, is what he said. He didn't say it exactly that way, but pretty close. But yeah, she's having emotional issues about that. So, um, so she decides to go and try to make her boyfriend jealous, and does this sexy dance with Xander. And anyway, I thought that's such a great idea, but I didn't want it to sound exactly the same, so I changed it up a bit. But that's the song I was thinking of when I was doing that, and I would really love to have, like if my books ever became a movie, I would love to be able to have that song in there. But I can't even find what the name of the song is. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
What was that about, Bobby?
Well, either the wind scared the heck out of her, or one of the boys.
The boys are all upstairs. What's going on, Miss Bobby? I stopped for some water.
I don't know. I just know that she jumped up the cat tree like Satan was after her.
Like something was chasing her.
I think that's why she makes those little noises in her sleep. She's like dreaming about what could have happened today instead of what did happen.
I think she's
Well, I think that's really funny because she goes and like pulls at her nails with her teeth, like she's biting her nails. Such a weird thing to see. So I write books and they are available on Amazon in hardback, paperback, and ebook. They ship everywhere that Amazon ships to. They're, um, they're available for free shipping. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, okay, eight. Okay, that should be fine. Anyway, they're available for free shipping, and you don't have to worry about money conversion at all whatsoever because Amazon does that for you. So, like, if you live in another country, I mean, in a different country that's not America, you don't have to worry about, you know, converting the money first and then making the payment. Yeah, you don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. Um, so for Okay, so for my children's book, Coral, it's not available in hardback as yet. It's $6 for the paperback and $2.99 for the ebook. Pirate's Daughter, on the other hand, for the hardbacks, $26. Misfortune, 26. Hard Times, 26. Esperanza's Party, 24. The Island, 25. Lessons in Love, 27. For paperback, all of them are 20, except for Coral, of course. For ebook, Pirate's Daughter and Esperanza's Party are $3.05 each. All the others are $5. And if you're watching me on YouTube right now, sure, we'll go with that. If you're watching me on YouTube right now, please like, share, comment, subscribe, notification bell, and please get those valid public watch hours up. Please buy my books. If you're watching me on Twitch right now, please follow and chat. And as soon as we're done with this little line right here, I will see you in the next stream or video.